Welcome back everyone, welcome to Lucid9, Trickster here, and let's see where this is going. They just all fought, and now they're made up, and let's see where this goes. Maybe it'd be better to redirect everyone's energy to something else. Something where, if they end up fighting, at least they won't cause permanent emotional or physical scars. What do you suggest? Watching a movie? I slowly shake my head. We never get everyone to agree on the same movie. How about an amusement park? An amusement park? Yeah, there's that new high-tech one by the mall, you know, with the new Lemmingsgate attractions? I vaguely recall seeing something like that on the news. Lemmingsgate, the mega corporation of all things technical and media related, partnering with a handful of large amusement parks all over the country. Apparently, they were going to revolutionize entertainment. Ooh, that looks amazing. Those looked amazing. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm in. Elizabeth only shakes her head. As remarkable as it sounds, I must pass. I have other duties to attend to. Consider this for a moment. Should I let her go? She did try her best in the investigation. But the image of a squealing Elizabeth at a top-level roller coaster is just too good to pass. Elizabeth, do you know anything about coffee? Her face pales and she quickly glances around the others. When they only return to look at confusion, she storms up to me, angrily hissing in my ear. Stop that, and come with us. Give me one reason. Because you don't want anyone to find out about your job. Give me another reason. Because you'd be alone if you stayed here, and that's kind of sad to me. The thought comes before I can stop it, and I quickly wave it away so it won't take root. The last thing I need right now is to sympathize with Elizabeth. Because I'm so dashing. That isn't a good reason. You asked for a reason. Doesn't necessarily merit a good one. Blimey, I simply can't believe you. She stepped back, raising her voice so everyone can hear. Fine, but who's paying? I look at Shuguri. Everyone follows suit. For a second, the detective stares back at us, uncomprehending. Then she leaps to her feet, face coloring in anger. No, absolutely not. Why? I harbor no incentive in chaperoning an ordinary, extensive conglomerate of cognitively impaired juveniles to a venue whose solitary objective is the frivolous squandering of time. The insults only fuel me to think harder. The amusement park won't be cheap. We need Sugar to pay for us. The question is, what would make her? Oh, of course. If it has anything to do with the case, Shugoro will be there in the blink of an eye. Well, I wasn't gonna mention this, but because it seemed trivial at the time, but there was a minor lead from today. And you did not think to tell me sooner? Like I said, it felt too trivial for me to mention. Honestly, I don't really want to go to the park, but I feel like I might give us some important information. Well, what was the lead? Ad-libbing in front of a teacher is one thing, but ad-libbing in front of a shuguri is a different matter entirely. I struggled to work past my sluggish brain for the answers. Well, there was some claims that the Yakuza might own the amusement park, and might give us clues to how the students are able to leave the campus after curfew. Wait, there's no reason for the Yakuza to be affiliated with the disappearances. Well, that would tie two virtual pieces of evidence from last week. Is she serious? Ari and Park, I shouldn't go. Remember? Surprisingly, Ari's silence only seems to strengthen Shiguri's resolve. Don't think of it in such a manner. Very well, Ishiyama. Let us depart. Really? And you're paying for everyone? Oh yes, with your future wages. I'm not even been getting paid. Hey, what's going on up here? As if there wasn't a party enough, Mr. Ryota arrives on the scene. Brandishing a ruler in his right hand, he stops short upon seeing our little group. Yama? Hey, Mr. Ryota. Wave isn't the J-Man. Sup, Mr. Ryota? Hey, gents, ladies. What the hell's going on up here? The third office floor swore up and down that someone was getting murdered. I recall the despicable level of recent argument and felt slightly guilty. Were we that loud? Loud enough that I'm supposed to give a disturbance warning, apparently. He brandishes a pile of detention notes threateningly. Everyone stiffens, except Shigori and me. Probably a bad sign. Oh no, please, Mr. Ryota. Whatever could be wrong, Miss Oshiro? And with a total lack of elegance, he flings the slips papers over the brandish to the roof. They rain down in shards of flapping pink to the school pool below. Listen, kids. You totally weren't here. The offices were totally just hallucinating, and I totally did not just toss those detention slips into the pool. Relief pops on everyone's face. Trust Mr. Ryota to be the rebel. Now scram before they fire me, yeah? We don't need any further encouragement. We rush away from the rooftop greenhouse and down the stairs. Thankfully, the walk to the amusement park is uneventful. Nobody seems to notice when we pass by 6 police cars in the space of half an hour. The palace theme park is startlingly successful considering how recent it was founded, but that can largely be credited to its cutting-edge attractions. Every minor detail, like the hologram park maps in every segment, or the experimental cleaning robots whirling about, everything is making the place seem like a piece of the future. Looks like Lemon Skate really outdone themselves. Welcome, how many tickets? Yahiko swaggers to the front line, leaning on one nibble against the window. These are all my friends. You can buzz them in, right? Sorry, who are you? The rest of us exchange dubious glances and Yahiko jerks back, clearly shocked. I'm Yahiko Ikari. Who? Yahiko Ikari, you know, the son of the Ikaris? There's a flicker of recognition in the attendant's eyes, but she doesn't budge. Wasn't where the Ikaris had a son? Of course they do. It's me. Sorry, sir. Do you have any proof? You knew I would ask. So I'll just call him right now. Wait, Yahiko. He confidently dials a number on his phone. We wait, and wait, and wait some more. Then he lowers his phone, looking sheepish. Sorry, they must be busy. But I really am the son of Ikaris. Look, I have... Enough, we'll simply wasting time here. Shiguri pushes in front of him and hands out her card register, racks up to a startling number. Without further ado, we were ushered into the park, but not without some prominent glares from the staff. As we entered the main area, we're assaulted with smells of oily, overpriced food and a cloying scent of sugar. Exhausted parents are being dragged from place to place by bouncing, squealing children. Sorry guys, I really thought I could get us in. It's, fine. If it wasn't for the fact that his expression is totally serious, I would probably be mocking him. He can't be serious to be seriously the son of some Lemon Skate higher-ups. Before we proceed any further, I recommend that you all exchange contact information. Obnoxious as it may be, you are now under my jurisdiction, and it is my responsibility to return you all safely. After a moment's pause, everyone moves into action. The only info I need to gather is IDs, but others seem to have more difficulty. Won't you bestow upon me the honor of your number, my lady? And this is where your reputation as school princess backfires tremendously. I suppose. It wouldn't be much trouble. He eagerly hands his phone to her, where she inputs her information slowly and agonizingly. Right, I've got an investigation to see to, so here we must part. Honestly, I'm surprised that she isn't forcing us to investigate with her, especially considering that she paid. Eri, promise me you shall participate in everything. Thank you. Farewell. Duty calls. With that, she rushes off in the distance, cap bouncing merrily over her head. For some reason, after everyone's finished exchanging information, they all turn to me. Guess I'm supposed to decide where to go. Tower drop. Several terrified screams from the nearby turn my attention to a tower of twisted metal that seems to stretch to the sky. Misato eagerly nudges me in the ribs, pointing frantically at said tower of twisted metal. Hey Yama, you and me. What? The tower drop, man. No. There are more elegant ways of suicide, you know. It ain't suicide. It'll be awesome. Clearly his definition of awesome vastly differs from mine, or any same person's definition of awesome. Have fun. You gotta come with me. What? Why? It's destiny, man. You can hear it calling, can't... The ground is calling me more. Stop babying around. Think of it this way. Gravity acceleration of 9.8 meters per second squared, and the tower is maybe 125 meters high. If we plug it in to figure out the endless velocity of a fallen object, we get the square root of 2 times 9.8 times 125, which is 1,225, and that gets us to 49.5. Bam! Our ending velocity is 49.5 meters per second downward, neglecting air resistance, of course. Then we plunge into that time equation, we get the time, we divide our velocity numbers by gravity numbers, so 49.5 divided by 9.8, which gives us something around 5.05 seconds. All this means that if the tower breaks, you'll only be terrified out of your wits for 5.05 seconds before you die a quick and painless death. Thanks, that's really assuring. Still, the sunlight display of intelligence leaves everyone in shocked silence. Misato easily grabs me by the arm and lugs me to the tower. Sometimes I think that Misato's a lot smarter than I give him credit for. I feel an impending sense of doom as the attendant straps me into the tower seat, leaving my legs dangling in thin air. I don't see why anyone would do this for fun. Being terrified is fun, man! Yeah, masochist. My stomach lodges in my throat as our seat begins to rise. I note that there's a hypervigilant girl to my left, and further down a kid looks like he's about to vomit. You should calm down, man. You look like a little Hibiki. Hibiki what? Hibiki, my bro. 8 years old. Oh, I didn't know you had a little brother. Got lots of them, and more to spare. 4 little tykes to look after. Ah, wait a minute. 4 siblings? You really didn't know? Who in the right mind to have 5 children? 8, technically, but the older ones are in college. You realize that you just made things more outrageous, right? How could 2 people possibly take care of 8 children? You saying Mom and Pa didn't raise us right? Well, honestly, if every member of their family is as capable as Masato, I'd be terrified to how much power they'd have. What was it like growing up? Ah, it was awesome. We learned how to fight tooth and nail for our survival. Isn't that psychologically healthy? How did you survive? Competitions, man. Competitions are the answer to everything. Things are beginning to make a lot more sense. So you had to fight for your food when you were a baby? Nah, Mom fed me then. What about when you were a toddler? Ah, come on. No Kurogane lets another Kurogane starve. Then what'd you have the competitions at all? Heh. I get you now, Yama. I was kind of thinking, you know, why don't you try at anything? But I get it now. It's because you don't want anything. Something about his words are a bit deeper than I expect. What does that have to do with food competitions? Easy, we all wanted desserts, so we all have fought for them. So you split the regular food, but fought for treats? Yup. Nothing else. Talking with Masato helps distract me from the dizzying plunge beneath my feet. I search for more questions to keep my mind occupied. How did your parents manage to feed 8 children? The older ones worked, including me. You have a job? Track is my job. You get paid? I get a scholarship, same thing. How will you pay for college? Also scholarship. I need a full ride, nothing less can do. I can't help but feel undeservingly privileged. I never had to worry about money, even during Isamu's down points. Is that why all your siblings have done? It's a Kurogane tradition, man. Maya's the oldest. She trained herself in Taekwondo till she could work and pay for her own lessons. Got a scholarship to Seoul Uni after she won nationals. And Yudai, he's second oldest, prodigy at piano, played in the music shop cause Ma and Pa ain't got one. Happened to run into some dude from Juilliard, and next thing you know, he's got a plane ticket to New York. I slouched in shock. From the sounds of it, the Kuroganes could conquer the universe if they so desired. So what? Here it comes, man! Brace yourself! He clutched my arm, the rest of our seats began to plummet to the ground. While I never had a huge aversion to heights, sudden change of momentum twists my gut to knots. The vertigo throws me into nausea, as wind screams past my ears into my hair. Yeah! After a long moment, we finally reached the bottom, somehow and still in one piece. Now that's a ride. A ride straight to hell. The instant the attendee releases, I blow back to the comfort of safety on shaky knees. Well, look who's back. Haha, shut up. But you look like you were having so much fun. Wanna go, Rui? Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Actually, I think she would love to go. Come on, Rui. No, I'm very much fine. Hey, Yama, let's pick something. I don't mind waiting if you really want to go. Mickey, then. I smirk at her obvious discomfort, but obligingly turn my back to the map. Let's go. Laser tag! A large dome at the corner of the map catches my eye. I tap it for more details. Ultimate Laser Tag Center, brought to you by Luminescent Sight Code. Luminescent Sight Code? That's right, glasses, right? They're goggles with interactive displays. It gives you stats and targeting sensors and a mini-map so it feels like you're in a video game. Really? Yeah, we gotta give it a try. And he races off to the laser center without a second glance. I guess we're going there. Thankfully, no one seems to have any objections. We arrive at the attraction without any interruptions. We're admitted fairly quickly, maybe because our group is large enough to single-handedly create a game. Okay, we need 2 team captains. Hell yeah, anyone who wants to win, join me. We'll be great at not only shooting stuff, but solving stuff. Join the Harvard Assassination Crew today. Harvard Assassination Crew? What kind of name is that? Well, that's one team captain. Who shall dare contest him? He bails out like the announcer of some twisted reality show. I will. It's preferable to following an incompetent leader. Her enthusiasm is overwhelming. Well, captains have been selected, so without further ado, it's time to start the draft. Captain Kurogane, you may pick your first minion. Rui. Well, that was quick. I get where he's coming from. Mari's thoughtful, but can be quick on her feet. She'd be a good selection. At the same time, I don't see the rush to pick her first. It's not like Elizabeth would ever select her. Yeah, fire choice. Hayata now is aligned with Harvard Assassination Crew. Captain Ashiro, it's your turn. You can pick 2 minions as per draft rules. Official draft rules for the laser tag? It can't hurt. Ashiro, the clock's ticking. Elizabeth rolls her eyes but glances between the remaining participants. Misaki? That's Kazakaya for the resistance. We're the resistance. What? Why the resistance? I've always wanted to be part of a resistance. Kazahaya has joined the resistance. We're not the resistance, but I want to be part of a resistance. It's up to me to choose whether you're in the resistance or not. So, what is it? It is the resistance? We're not a resistance! Thankfully, the clamor dies down when Yahiko raises his hand. Yeah, pick one more minion unless you wish to give up your advantage. Never! Considering that getting her here was akin to pulling teeth, she remarkably engages in all the activities. I choose... Her eyes pass over Akira and flinches at Yahiko for a few seconds. They flicker between me and Ari. Yama, get over here! Everyone falls to silence for a long moment. Then all can be heard is the faint hum of the overhead lights. You're serious? What? You weren't exactly happy with Yama earlier today. Can't I pick who I want? I'm the captain. You want him? Not like that! I just want to win. Is that so wrong? No, nothing wrong with that at all. I guess we'd better get to the show on the road, eh, folks? Captain Kotiga, your selection, you may choose 2 minions. Well, ain't you playing? That I am. Come on over to Harvard Assassination Crew. Sweet. As Yahiko skips over, Ruby gestures wildly to Masato, tiptoeing to whisper in his ear. After a brief second, he nods. And the second one is Ari. Ari blinks for a moment, but at Ruby's friendly wave, she travels to Masato's group. Which places Karubi on the resistance by default. It's not the resistance. So, without further ado, let's get this game underway. Don your gear, players, and we'll see you in the fields of justice. With that, Masato leads his group to snatch up lightweight vests and goggles. What the fuck? What goggles and dash into the black room. Elizabeth gathered themselves in a tight circle, with an expression unreadable. Right, I believe it would be optimal efficiency to place 2 members on assault, 1 on defense, and 1 as intermediary. Misaki, what do you think of defense? Probably because you trust Misaki the most. Excellent idea. Good. Yama and I shall lead assault. Probably because she wants to keep an eye on me. Akari? Leave it to me, top tier intermediary, coming right up. What's an intermediary do? As we have 2 members on assault, you're mainly covering for Misaki. However, Misaki will generally stay in one location while you run patrols. Gotcha. Mediocre level class intermediary, coming right up. Elizabeth clearly ignores us. Instead, she heads to the rack, tossing vests and goggles at us. Yama? Yes, your highness? Don't be stupid. Yes, your highness. Although that might have proved to be too difficult for you. I feel inspired already. Right, we've wasted enough time. Let's go. Wait, what about the team chants? We don't need one. She moves to the door, but Akira tugs on her elbow. We can't start a war without a chant. It would be a travesty. Apparently it would be a travesty if we used our time efficiently. Oh, come on. Team bonding is just as important as tactics and individual skill. Fine, but make it quick. Akira salutes her with a cheery wink and gathers us in a huddle. She speaks breathlessly, her eyes shining with enthusiasm. A day may come when the courage of men fails. Quickly, I said. Blah, blah, blah. This day we fight. Long live the resistance. Ah, heck, why not? Long live the resistance. Let's go, deploy. Uh-oh. We bolt to the dark room in our vests. We are swallowed in blackness. I slip my goggles over my eyes. The interface immediately switches on, providing me with a slick infographics and motion cursors. In the upper left, I see team portraits that light up as each member speaks. Looks like site code comes with comms. There's also a map, health count, ammo count, and location notifier, except I'm missing a bullet? Meh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whoa. These are stunning. Oh, I've got to get me one of these. Presently, a hum washes over the large chamber, and the walls come to life with images of the Academy cafeteria. Whoa, a live simulation? Lemonsky is truly ahead of their time. Let's get to our positions. Despite her brusque words, her face is open in wonder. Seems like she's also is a fan. As we head to our places, the intercom cuts in with a mechanical-sounding female voice. Welcome to the field, Blue Team. This is standard capture the flag game. Best of 1. Your Lemonsky type codes display your health. Let it fall too far and you shall be disqualified for the rest of the match. Do you like my robotic-sounding voice? You should also note that your ammunition is limited. Use it wisely. As Akira and Misaki split towards our base on the rooftop, Elizabeth motions me to the corner of the perimeter. Ooh, we gonna make out? Stuff it! This way to their base. A quick glance at the minimap confirms her claim. When the game starts, we go together, but cautiously. Isn't it better to attack them from 2 different directions? Who's captain again? Oh, I see. You do want to make out. Stop it, bloody galvanizing mug, off your trolley, dogging great ego. Can only grin as her intercom flickers to life. All players within the team zone. Game will begin in 10 seconds. Cheerio to you, good chap. 8 seconds. I say, this ought to be a jolly good show. 5 seconds. I'm knackered right now. Yama? You called, Your Highness. She pauses for a moment, clearly struggling to keep a hold of herself. Do you know why I put you on assault with me? To make me miserable? Because for some reason, the tiniest part of me believed that you might actually be great at it. Her words freeze me to the ground. My mind runs blank. I can only stare at her in disbelief. 0 seconds. The match has begun. A high-toned bell rings through the room. Elizabeth turns her attention to the corridors. Let's go. She stalks to the courtyard. Even as I follow her, my thoughts are jumbled in my head. And I'm gonna leave you there. Ha ha ha. I shall see you in the next one. Y'all have fun and Trickster out. Bye bye.